Also, first, if you are new, be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe if you are new as well. Part 1, I'll link it in the description and right here on a card if you want to click that too. Or if you just want to skip it and watch this one, I mean, go right ahead, but yeah. Also, I want to say something. I never really told you guys this. I kind of just put it in the description and then moved on with my life, but I have a PayPal account in the description, so you can click that, and you don't have to, you really don't. It's just there for the people who want to. If you would want to consider donating, giving me money in any shape or form, like, it's honestly up to you. I'm not forcing you, I'm just telling you. There are people who do it, and I thank you guys for that. But if you want to, it's in the description. Click it if you want. If you don't want to, then don't click it. Or if you just want to click it to see what the link leads you to, then by all means click it. But I never really said it, announced it. I just put it there, and I never said anything about it, which was weird on my part. But now I formally announced it. So yeah, with all that said, let's jump into the video. But first, if you hear voices in the background, it's my family. I'm recording this during the daytime, so don't mind them. I don't know if you can hear them, because I'll, like, this is on, and then I'll try to cancel out the background. Alright, so the first fact is, and I'm sorry if you hear voices in the background, I'll try to, like, cancel them out, but it's just my family talking, so yeah. Alright, so the first fact we got here is, the world's first motel is in San Luis Obispo, built in 1925. When opened, it cost $1.25 for a 2-room bungalow with a kitchen and private adjoining garage. Wait a minute, wait. San Luis Obispo has my name in it. You know, that reminds me, when you guys see my name, Luis, do you guys think Luis or Louis? Because a lot of people call me Louis, and my name's Louise, but it doesn't really bother me. But of course, I don't hear your guys' voices, I just see your guys' comments. But did you guys think Louise, which is the correct way, or Louis, which is wrong, but it doesn't really bother me? But I don't know if I always wondered that. But a lot of people call me Louis. Some people get my name right, some people don't. But I wonder if you guys got it right. I don't know. Scotland was one of the few countries able to hold off being conquered by the Romans in the 1st century AD. I think I've heard that somewhere before, but I don't know. I Will Always Love You was originally written and recorded in 1973 by Dolly Parton. It was written as a farewell to her mentor of 7 years. Dolly Parton. Oh my god. Opposites attract is a common myth. People are actually attracted to people who look like family members or those with a similar personality type. That is very, very weird. That's like marrying a lookalike of your brother or sister. Very weird. Llamas can be used as guards against coyote attacks on sheepherds. Studies have proven that just one guard llama is an effective protector and can even kill the attacking coyotes. You're telling me a llama can protect you against coyotes? What does that even mean, dude? Wow, dude. I mean, I guess. The unique smell of rain actually comes from plant oils, bacteria, and ozone. Oh, yes. I've always noticed that rain smells really good, especially on the road. Like when you wet the road and it gives off like that smell. Yeah, that's actually kind of cool. Vanilla flavoring is sometimes made with the urine of beavers. Well, luckily I don't eat anything with vanilla, or at least I hope. The most expensive virtual object is Club Never Die in doesn't seem like a law, but still. Birds are the closest living relative of crocodiles, as well as the descendants of extinct dinosaurs with feathers. This makes them the only surviving dinosaurs. So those birds that chirp and ruin my videos are the ones that are dinosaurs. Oh my god. Well, I mean, I guess dinosaurs, flying dinosaurs are cool. I mean, there was flying dinosaurs. Right? So, I mean, small as they may be, ladybugs have a unique smell that humans are incredibly sensitive to. No wonder they fly up to you. Like, if you ever see a ladybug and you put it on you, like, it doesn't leave. Like, it stays there. So, I mean, that makes sense in a way. During World War II, a U.S. Navy destroyer won a battle against a Japanese submarine by throwing potatoes at them. The Japanese thought they were grenades. I mean, I don't blame the Japanese for thinking they were grenades because, like, the last thing you would expect would be for them to throw potatoes at you. So that's actually kind of interesting, honestly. The Marshall Mathers Foundation for At-Risk and Disadvantaged Youth was founded by Eminem. You're telling me the rap god founded the Marshall Mathers Foundation for At-Risk Disadvantaged Youth? I can actually do his rap watch. Just okay. I can't do it, but it was worth a shot, honestly. But that's actually cool that he found that foundation. Also, I didn't know that a man with severe OCD and a phobia of germs attempted to commit suicide with a gun to his head. Instead of killing him, the bullet eliminated his mental illness without any damage. Hold on a minute. A man with severe OCD and a phobia of germs attempted to commit suicide instead of killing him. I'm actually not surprised because, like, there was also that girl, I think her name was Malaya Yusuf or something. She got hit in the head. So, don't put it like that's actually really cool, honestly. Maybe your head isn't as sensitive. Since 1955, 50% of the population of Niger is considered under 16 years old. The total current population is 21,600,000. Dang, and I thought China had an overpopulation problem. The author of Mary Had a Little Lamb, Sarah Josepha Hale, is the most responsible for the creation of Thanksgiving being a national holiday. See, these people go unrecognized, man. Shout out to Sarah Josepha Hale. How else would you be eating all that delicious food? I don't know, man. The oldest unopened bottle of wine was found in a Roman tomb that is over 1,650 years old. I think that's actually a good thing because aged wine is actually good. I think that's what I've heard. Chicken Run is the highest grossing top motion animated film, even beating The Nightmare Before Christmas. I don't even know what Chicken Run is. I think it's like a movie, I'm guessing. I don't know. Nobody knows how the Academy Awards came to be referred to as the Oscars. The earliest mention was 1932 and was made official in 1939. I don't even watch the Oscars, honestly, but I guess go off. More tornadoes occur in the United Kingdom per square mile. Tornadoes happen in the United Kingdom, the UK. I didn't know the UK was that poppin'. Okay, if you're from the UK, I'm sorry. I mean, like, I didn't know that, so yeah, but I thought tornadoes only happened here in the Midwest, but $498 to $5,000. Honestly, who does personalized license plates anymore? Do you? Because sometimes some of them don't make sense. But I mean, if you got the time and money, then by all means, man. Times Square was originally called Longacre Square until it was renamed in 1904 after the New York Times moved its headquarters to the newly built Times building. I think Times Square is better because Longacre doesn't sound cool, in my opinion. Daniel Craig was an anonymous stormtrooper in Star Wars The Force Awakens. Originally, he denied his cameo and claimed he wouldn't bother being an extra in the movie. I have never seen a single Star Wars movie. I mean, I've seen the beginning of the first one, but I don't even know who Daniel Craig is. So, but looks to me like he has, he knows his worth, basically. Queen Elizabeth has a personal net worth of $425 million. Oh, sorry. Queen Elizabeth has a personal net worth of $425 million. She would not have $425. That includes the $65 million Sandringham house and $140 million in the Balmoral Castle. Honestly, Queen Elizabeth isn't literal queen, or so I've heard. Although there is currently no drug proven to make someone tell the truth, some countries like Russia, Canada, and India use truth serums. Well, from my experience of video games, I think you just torture that person and make them talk. But, I mean, that's what they do in video games and movies, so I don't know why you would need a serum. But it's not painful, which I get. But if video games taught us one thing, it's violence, sadly. Only primate humans and opossums have opposable thumbs. Out of these, the opossum is the only one with no thumb. The opossum. No thumbs. Imagine. Okay. That'd be weird. One of the World Trade Centers was built to be 1,706 feet tall on purpose to reference the year of the Declaration of Independence was signed. Okay, that one's actually kind of cool. That's actually kind of cool because it makes sense, honestly. And it's already a tall building. The word kimono literally means a thing to wear. Ki is wear and mono is a thing. Well, I've never heard that word in my entire life, and I don't think you have either, but who knows. There is a statue of Tesla in Silicon, and that radiates free Wi-Fi. It was done as a homage to his vision of wireless communication. A statue of a Tesla landlords just don't want to pay for that, but that's just my opinion. Is this a conspiracy? Who knows? Norway has this 25-year-old statute of limitation of murder. This means if the murder happened more than 25 years ago, they cannot be charged. Well, that is probably the scariest thing I've read all day today. That is just... I don't even know what you guys are doing in Norway. Any Norwegians, how you guys doing? I'm now scared of you. Just kidding. Several of the facts of Snapple caps have been found to be outdated, incorrect, or exaggerated. I'm over here reading facts. So what are your guys' facts not right? The hypocrisy is going through the roof right now. But I don't know. I didn't know Snapple had. Oh no, they did. I mean, it's been a while. Both of the drummers from Queen and Duran Duran had the same name, Roger Taylor. Well, what an iconic duo, right? There's a company in the UK that offers being hungover as a valid reason for calling off work. They are allotted 4 hungover days per year. Man, I don't know what you guys are doing over there in the UK, but just go off, I guess. The majority of blind people in the US and the UK cannot read Braille. Statistically, less than 1% of blind in the UK and under 10% in the US. Braille is when you you just put your little hand there and then you get to read it. I've seen those before, like a room number or an elevator or like the street, those yellow bumps. I've seen those. It's not just humans who are right-handed or left-handed. Most female cats prefer using their right paw, and males are more likely to use their left paw. Well, if you got a cat, give it a high five and see if it puts up its right paw or left paw. Actually, no, if you have a girl cat, she'd be most likely to put up her right paw. And if you have a boy cat, it'd be more likely to lift up its left paw. So, pause this video, go up to your cat, and put your hand up. Let it give you a high five, and see what it does. Over 290 people have died climbing Mount Everest since 1922. Most deaths occurred because of avalanches, and now all the bodies have been recovered. That's scary, honestly. I think there's a movie on that. I'm not sure though. I don't know. There are only 2 countries in the world that have the color purple in the flag: Nicaragua and Dominica. A bolt of lightning can reach 53,540 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun, which is 10,340 degrees Fahrenheit. I never really thought that bolts of lightning are so hot now that I think about it, but it makes sense. That's kind of cool now that I think about it. There is a village in Russia called Tiskoverka, which every resident can tightrope walk. It is a tradition that dates back over 100 years, but no one knows how it started. Well, that's actually very interesting, honestly. When Shakira was in second grade, she was rejected for the school choice because of her vibrato was too strong. The music teacher told her that she sounded like a goat. She proved them wrong, I guess, now that she's a popular music singer. 4 of the top 7 highest grossing films of all time were released in 2015. Adventures, Age of the Ultron, Furious 7, Jurassic World, and Star Wars The Force Awakens. Well, I guess 2015 was a great year for movies, am I right? 4 Nile crocodiles have been found in Florida. They are the second largest crocodile and are more dangerous than the native crocodiles and alligators in Florida. Why is Florida so crazy, man? Julius Caesar's only son, Caesarion, was the last pharaoh of Egypt. Even though Cleopatra swears he is Caesar's son, Caesar never officially acknowledged him. Wow. Even back in the day, they were still having family issues. The house and never reading them. I feel like a lot of people have that problem, but you know, it's okay, right? Books are books. The Guinness World Record for the time longest spent searching for the Loch Ness monster is held by Stephen Fetham, who camped at Loch Ness for 25 years. One day, man, you're gonna find that thing and you're gonna prove everybody wrong. Brain fibers lose 10% of their total strength every decade. They can shrink even more so under acute stress. Well, is that why I get headaches? Oh my god. Chewing gum boosts mental proficiency and is considered a better test aid than caffeine, but nobody knows why. I should do an ASMR video on that chewing gum and doing something else. I'll have to think about it. Per capita, the happiest countries in the world also rank highest in terms of consumption of antidepressants. Well, isn't that a surprise? It's not a surprise, honestly. It makes sense now that I think about it. Even though Irish is the official language of Ireland, Polish is more widely spoken. Well, that explains Jacksepticeye then, right? There is a bar in Yukon that serves a Sorto cocktail. It consists of a shot of whiskey with the human toe floating in the glass. An estimated 60,000 people have had it. No comment on that one. The Stockholm archipelago has more islands than the Pacific Ocean at around 30,000. Well, some of these things I don't even know what they are, but they seem interesting. Pope Francis has been given more extravagant gifts over the years, and one of them was a Harley Davidson motorcycle. However, rather than keeping it for his own pleasure and adventures, he sold it and used the money to benefit homeless people. See, now, makes sense because I don't think Pope Francis would want to drive a Harley Davidson motorcycle. But it's very nice of him to sell it and benefit for the homeless people. That's actually very nice of him. In Japan, Domino's started testing pizza delivery via reindeer in 2016. Dude, Japan is like an amazing country, honestly. I actually want to go there and just see what it's all about, really. The motto of the United Kingdom, Royal Coat of Arms, is in French. The motto is Dieu et mon droit, which means God and my right. The average household income of the top 1% in the United States is $1,260,508. Well, I don't even know if that's right or not. Disney sold the streaming right for the original Star Wars films in 2016 to Turner. Until 2024, Disney has since decided to start the streaming service and has tried asking for the rights back, but Turner refuses every time. Well, Disney, why'd you do that, man? Why'd you do that? See, now it's theirs now. So, Turner, you gotta give it back, man. Or I don't know. Gaming-related accidents increased by 26.5% during the first 5 months of Pokemon Go being released. This included 2 deaths and 25 million in damages. Well, I'm not surprised because I remember when Pokemon Go was released and people were going to extreme heights to get their so-called Pokemon. And sadly, it resulted in 2 people dying and a lot of money in damages. So I'm not surprised by this fact, but you know. Helen Keller was related to Robert E. Lee. Her paternal grandmother was second cousins with him. See, honestly, I feel like we're all related in a way, but not really. I don't know. During the 1908 Olympics in London, the Russians showed up 12 days late due to the fact that they were using the Julian calendar instead of the Gregorian calendar. Well, yeah, I guess now everybody uses the Gregorian calendar now rather than the other one, but we're all used to the Gregorian one, but it makes sense. Non-violent attempts to escape Mexican prisoners are not punished is a lie. One of the slow news days on April 18th, 1930, a BBC radio announcer plainly said there is no news. Well, sadly, that's probably not going to happen ever again in 2020 because, well, there's so much crazy stuff happening. But the fact that he said that's kind of cool because, I mean, there's always news. You can always, like, anywhere around the world, there's news. But if you cut a starfish, it won't bleed. It doesn't have blood. Rather than circulating nutrients by using a seawater in their vascular system. So they use seawater instead. So Patrick Star, if you cut him up, he won't have blood. 12% of the world's total languages is found in Papua New Guinea, which has over 820 indigenous languages. There are more languages on this island than any other country. Well, sadly, I only know 2, but I guess it could still work. The hottest temperature ever recorded in Washington State was at Ice Harbor. The hottest temperature ever recorded in Washington State was at Ice Harbor Dam at 118 degrees Fahrenheit on August 5th, 1961. You know what? I think that's been surpassed by Death Valley now recently, so that's kind of cool. In efforts to undercut the Dreamcast sales of up-and-coming Sega release, Sony announced the PlayStation 2 and exaggerated its performance capabilities. Well, but sadly, the PlayStation 5 is now way stronger than that, so it wasn't really a lie. Nepal has the most mathematical flag in the world. It even has an article in its constitution that details the steps of drawing the flag. I mean, you know what? It actually does make sense now because looking at it, that's actually kind of cool. Mount Rushmore cost less than $1 million to construct. It took 14 years to build, from 1927 to 1941, and took 400 workers. Well, things have now improved since then. Samsung means 3 stars in Korean. This was chosen by the founders because he wanted the company to be powerful and everlasting like stars in the sky. Well, he's not wrong because Samsung is a pretty big company if you ask me. On average, 46.1% of Americans have less than $10,000 in assets when they die. Well, maybe because they spend it on materialistic things. But I don't know, I can't speak for all Americans, honestly. While shedding, geckos will eat their skin in order to prevent predators from finding and eating them more easily. I mean, makes sense, honestly. Bees are actually knees. Bees actually have knees. The expression comes from the fact that they store large buildups of pollen in the hairy baskets of their knees. I mean, their honey's pretty good. North and South Korea lies 150 spikes at the end of stegorizid tails are called the dagramizer. They have no distinct name until the term was coined in 1988 by a cartoonist. There is a correlation between pulling an all-nighter and snapping out of depression. This is because the brain gets more active the longer it goes without sleep. Well, that would explain New Year's Eve, because you're ready for New Year's Eve, right? You're like, I can do this, and then you just fall asleep. So, myth broken. Adult cats can meow at humans, and not other cats can meow to their mother. But once they get older, the cats no longer meow to their cats. So cats meow to humans, their owner, but not other cats. So when you play with the cat, it meows to you, but not other cats. Maybe because it wants food, who knows. When shuffling a deck of cards, the number of possible arrangements is approximately 8 by 10. That's more than the number of stars in the observable universe. There is a united Arab Emirates